This is a John Deere 770 GP machine I run quite a bit. It's a pretty new modern machine. Sitting right next to it here is a John Deere 670. And these were made in the mid 1970s. About a 26,000 pound machine, 125 horse, 12-foot blade. The 770's got a 14-foot blade, and you can see it's quite a bit bigger machine. A hole right there. Of course, they got all the features of a regular, modern machine. The front axle does, the front wheels will tilt, and that's the hydraulic cylinder controls the tilt on the front wheels. And of course, you got a hydraulic side shift on the blade frame, and a side shift on the blade, tilt on the blade, hydraulic release on the center yoke. It does have articulates. Got a hydraulic steering or hydraulic cylinder that steers this back end. The back ends are four-wheel drive. This is the final drive housing. They're chain driven. They got a double wide number 80 chain in there that drives the axles. The back end, you'll notice back here there's no radiator. You can see the torque converter housing, batteries, and fuel tank. The radiator is on the front of the engine compartment, right up here. Your radiator and oil coolers. That's your oil pump right there, main oil pump. Get this engine compartment open. Like I said, it's a 125 horsepower John Deere inline 6, water cooled, turbocharged. That's the turbocharger right up there. Torque converter housing is on the back, and the transmission sits underneath and drives into the drive housing, which of course drives out here to the finals. Controls are a little different on this machine. They don't have this was before they had the standardized controls, so both of your blade, your right and left on your blade, are raise and lower are over here, and then your turntable is on that T-handle stick over there. The side shift, I'm not really sure where the side shift is on these. The rest of the controls, of course, it's manual steering. This is your tilt on your front wheels. Manual clutch and brakes, throttle. And this is the what do they call it, deceleration pedal to decelerate, slows the engine down. Of course, you can also go with the manual throttle. Older machine still works with this 12-foot wide blade. It can kind of get into a little bit tighter locations than what the bigger machines can. They're pretty handy on a ranch if you've got some pretty tight little roads and trails and that kind of thing that you want to keep maintained. Works pretty good for that, where this machine is a lot bigger and heavier, and sometimes on these ranch roads you wish you were on a smaller machine. This thing here probably weighs really closer to about 40,000 pounds, and you compare getting stuck in one of these big machines compared to getting stuck in this thing. This thing's a lot easier to get out. You can pull it out with a farm tractor or a small dozer, where this machine, when you get it buried, it takes something pretty good to get it out. Of course, this doesn't have any rippers on it or knockdown blade, but that was options on these. They could get back end rippers, or you could get a Scarifier frame that sat right underneath the front here, or a mid Scarifier, or you could get them on the front end, and you could also get a dozer blade for the front end. This one doesn't have anything on the front end, but you can see this is where the mounting points, where you can mount things like dozer blades or scar fires or whatever. This machine's got a push block on the front end for pushing dump trucks or whatever when you're spreading gravel. It's got a few lights on it. Kind of a small cab compared to that cab, but it's probably got a lot better visibility than that one does. The visibility on that is not nearly as good as what it should be anyway. But another old machine, about 40-year-old machine. So John Deere 670A.